On DSTV channel 279, and coming up this afternoon. MPP flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Agyapong has hit hard at the campaign of Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as aspirants intensify campaigns. Also coming up this afternoon, we have an exclusive with Dr. Eric George Alexander Don Arthur, the architect of the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. And on the foreign front, U.S. Special Envoy to Climate John Kerry in China for talks on climate change action. Well, I've got details of these and many more coming up in the next 60 minutes. If you spend your time with me, remember, we're live on DSTV channel 279. Now, let's delve into the details of the stories. Let's begin with politics because MPP flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Agyapong has hit hard at the campaign of Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Addressing delegates at Kintampo East as part of his campaign tour, the Asin Central lawmaker warned if some of the contenders would not undertake clean campaign, he will respond in equal measure.
I'm sorry, strategists. Strategists, any baby I know. It is only Ghana and I would the economy call IMF also a strategist. MPP for woman clean campaign, wombanyasem. Because media okay, may reply. Obi also a strategist. Also a strategist. Embra, ye taking over power, not dollar a 4 cities. And that dollar and 12 cities. We are strategists. Excuse me, strategists. We are strategists. Please. Omomianye clean campaign. March 2022. Namisika aye $40 million in cities. August 2022. The value of the $40 million na 16 million. One is so strategies for Ghana. Mama mo bi ehunu mo. Ye de afie nyansa ebe bu Ghana man amena ye yie. Emrantia ni baba wa wie school. Wo mu nya dwuma nye. Moti ho am so ye strategist. Moti ho emrantia ni baba wa wie school nya dwuma nye. Mo so ye strategist. Mimi to me BSP plant. Steel plant, you know, I'm employing 1,000 workers in this country. By next month, strategies.
Well, let me transcribe what the Asin Central MP said in the local dialect. They go about claiming to be strategists. Strategists is what has brought us here today. Ghana is the only place that those who make the country to IMF claim to be strategists. If MPP doesn't engage in clean campaign, they'll be in trouble because I'll reply you when you say something. For someone who claims to be strategist, the dollar was 4 cedis equivalent when we took power. Today, the dollar is 12 cedis. And you think you're a strategist? Excuse me, strategist? Please, don't let anyone intimidate you. We will rule this country with common sense. The youth are not getting jobs to do. And you sit there to claim you're a strategist. Well, we'll be gauging political sciences, but before that, let's head to the Ashanti region because Vice President and MP flag bearer hopeful Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia continues his tour of the Ashanti region today. But one of his contenders, Kennedy Agyapong, has been taking a swipe at him at his campaigns in the Bono East region. For instance, Ken says Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia claims of economic strategies has fallen flat considering the current performance of the cedi against the US dollar. And now my colleague William Evans Inkum has been following the Vice President and has joined us via Zoom. Good afternoon, William.
Good afternoon.
William, very interesting stuff coming from Kennedy Agyapong, the Asin Central MP. Has the Vice President reacted to some of his comments?
Well, so he will not react directly, but he has also been taking some submarine jabs just by way ostensibly to respond to the Asin Central Member of Parliament who also contesting to become the flag bearer of the ruling New Patriotic Party. So for instance, he said that the the country doesn't need a wealthy man to lead. By extension, also trying to say that the really new patriotic party doesn't need a wealthy man to necessarily need a wealthy man to become a president. And of course, I mean, George, if we look at the contenders, somebody who brags to be worthy, I think you and I know the person that the vice president is, talking about. Then he also said, Paul Amantem Osine Edikanfo, to wit, even though people might think that, the contenders might think that he's very new in the party, but he has done much that warrant him occupying that particular pinnacle or leading the party and securing that vital victory for the party. So these are some of the things that he's been saying. But of course, he has been very heavy on his achievement as far as the New Patriotic Party as a political party is concerned. Of course, his role in also building what he claims to be a robust economy, as far as the country's economy is concerned. So very soon he will be walking out of the auditorium and he will be heading straight to the Asawase constituency, where he is also going to address delegates there. So like I said, he wouldn't go direct at the Member of Parliament for Assin Central, but he also been exploring or been using some submarine jabs just to respond.
Well, William, the MPP has been championing the Breaking the Eight mantra, and experts have been saying that it will be a novelty should this, come into fusion. What are some of his justifications? I'm sure he'll be talking on that.
For instance, he has been very heavy on, digitalizing the economy. He's been talking about the mobile interoperability, which he says has done enough in changing the narrative as far as monetary transaction in the country is concerned. It doesn't really matter. Even if you are in the informal sector, you are still a beneficiary of this particular initiative or policy. That was his, brainchild. Then, of course, he's also been talking about the fact that he's also sacrificed for the party. But this particular one, he has been very consistent. Right from day one when he began his start. Of course, his role in the 2012 election petition, of course, which was held at the Supreme Court in 2013. The fact that he needed to sacrifice a lot of opportunities to be able to make himself available and then work for the party and also ensure the victory of the party in 2016. So these are some of the things that he said he has done that makes him a viable, that makes him a solid candidate, that makes him a candidate who worth the while to lead the party into the 2024 general election. But of course, George, he, although he will not, go after Ken's statement, but his supporters, few people that have engaged, of course, I'm sure we're going to have an extensive, playback of those videos in our major bulletin 360. They are